All right, second edition of Bodybuilding Babble with my boy Ian Hedek. What's up, Ian?
What's up, man? How are you?
Good, good. With a little bit of a slow gossip behind bodybuilding, if you will, this week, but still some stuff. Last week was really big with the introduction of Ramy and Derek saying he's not doing the Olympia and so on and so forth. But we still got some news, bodybuilding news.
Right, but how funny is it? As soon as we get off the air, literally
The next day,
Randy goes, "I want to do the show." I'm like, "You."
I know we didn't cover it. I know it is what it is. What are you gonna do? You know. Listen, neither one of us have the ability to jump on immediately because we both work full time and do this on the side.
Right.
So guys that like Nick, both Nicks, both of them, Nick Strength and Power and Nick Trigilli, they could that's their bread and butter. So they could be on it like that.
And Fuad too. Fuad was
Fuad's
on
another
it.
guy, right? Yeah, he's another one. So it is what it is. Anyway, all right. So what's in the news? What do we got?
All right, so we could start with actually speaking of Fuad, he just re-signed his two athletes, Samson, who
Right.
placed number 6 at the O, and Justin Shier. They both just signed their multi-year we're not talking about like a small multi-year deal. We're talking about like Samson got 4 years, Justin got 5 years.
How much do you know how much they were getting? Or that's
he didn't say, but he says he is the highest paid hostile athlete.
Who, Samson?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been a Samson fan since 2020 when he first did that show. I believe it was in
What's it,
Korea.
Prague?
He did 2 shows in 2020. One, I want to say it was Korea, but I might be South Korea. I might be wrong. And because it was the COVID thing, he was locked in his fucking hotel the whole time, blah, blah, blah. And I've been a fan of him since then. He came on my show twice, and the guy has made insane progress.
Oh, from the Arnold 2020
to the Olympia. Yeah.
To Olympia, he was like this. That's not the same person.
Mm-hmm. And of course, he works with Milos, and I believe that he deserves every dollar that he gets from Fuad, 100%.
Oh, yeah. Fuad also mentioned that signature line looks like it's coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because remember, that was supposed to be for Nick.
That's right. That was originally supposed to be from Nick. They had a falling out. Yeah.
Falling out. Okay, shit happens.
Yeah.
It's business is business.
Right.
But he said for me to do a multi-year deal.
Right.
And it's a signature line to do a multi-year deal. You got to be in at least a couple of years. At least you can have it. And there's also negotiation clauses that they can always re-up on it, so he doesn't have to do the 5 or the 4 and then just that's it. No, they can renegotiate anytime they want to.
Yeah, they must be in good standings, the two of them. They must be good with each other.
Oh, and Justin, I think Justin's competing this year, so we're gonna really see how he looks.
I don't know about Justin Shier much. Give us a breakdown of who he is, where he competes, his contest history.
All right, so Justin won the 2021 Nationals, I believe heavyweight. He works with Matt Jansen. Really good lines, very aesthetically pleasing. Nice small waist, real big arms. A lot, and I know a lot of people even seen, if you know who he is, even some of his challenges he's had. He used to be a BMXer, and he has his missing 3 fingers.
Wow, really?
Yeah. He mentioned it, like how it happened, and I'm not gonna put anybody's personal history out there, but it was from a illness.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was meningitis. I think it was.
Wow. All right, I'm looking him up now. Here he is.
Yeah, so he talked about it on the podcast a long time ago.
Damn, that's a guy with potential. How old is he?
He's 33, 34.
He's still relatively young.
Well, you know what? Now let me ask you this. To him, have you noticed also bodybuilders' primes are between ages of 32 to 38?
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So he does. So right now he's looking at a summer show. We're talking about Chicago.
He looks dangerous.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So we're talking about Chicago, Tampa, something in the summer. He's going to jump in.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But cool guy to talk to. He very detailed when it comes to training. Slow, methodical, like he has a way of approach.
Yeah.
But good guy. Like I said, I met him last year at the when they came down to Aries when they were here for the RBP event.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know him. I never met him, but I have to imagine. I don't think Hosstile would sign anybody who was not up to par. You know what I mean? I mean, Hosstile is puts their name on the paper. I think they expect you to do just as much work as they do, which
Yep.
obviously they're paying you. And that was the falling out between Nick and Fuad. I don't believe Fuad would just sign any shithead. And as we saw with Samson, and I have to believe the same thing is with Justin Shier.
Now, with also with them is that, like I said, Justin got a 5-year deal.
Mm-hmm.
So that's he because he talked about, he says he believes in him on what he's going to bring out. He said that frame, because remember in that frame, he could probably put another 20, 30, probably live 10, I was like 10 to 20 pounds on.
Yeah.
And with that, keep that waist in tight, he's going to be a problem.
Look, 34 in bodybuilding is not what it was 34, 20 years ago.
Correct.
It really isn't. These guys are going into their early 40s now. You know, you look at guys like Kamal, you look at former guys like Dexter, you look at even Hardy's about, what is he, about 38, 30, 37, 38? I don't know. I don't think he's 40. I don't think he's 40 yet. There's a lot of dudes out there that bring their career into their early 40s and keep it tight and look good. Now, not too many after that. Don't get me wrong. Kamal's a freaking H. He's like 50 or 51, right?
Yeah, him and Dexter are anomalies.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But a lot of these guys are going to their early 40s, man, with no problem. I mean, Vinny Galante is 50 something. He's still
I think he's 55.
Yeah, he's still rocking. He's hoping he gets invited to the Masters Olympia. Yeah. So yeah, I gotta believe that there are two good signings. Obviously, I know that Samson's a good signing. I gotta believe that Justin's also a good signing. All right. So what else we got?
All right, so there was the Bob Chicarello versus Milos posing back.
Yeah.
All right, so they were talking about basically, if you notice some of the posing rounds, it's like Bob says is that you get 1 minute on prejudging, but a lot of people do when he do the 1 minute, they just do, okay, I'm gonna do the mandatories and I'm done.
Right.
Milo says you should actually do that. It's a symmetry round and let them perform more so they can showcase their physique. Mm-hmm. And this is why a lot of the bodybuilders look good when they can showcase their physique. And maybe do a point system. Mm-hmm. Maybe you should do it almost like a fitness style thing. Like you have to hit so many criteria. If you notice fitness, you have to hit so many one-arm push-ups. You have to hit so many jumps. You have to do this plus show off. And that's what Milos is saying. If they do that into the symmetry or the posing round, then we could, they could show off their physique better.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I agree. I think the posing round should be judged, but maybe 10%.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but not a lot, but still.
Yeah, because it's you both of us are hardcore bodybuilding fans. I was never into the whole beautiful posing thing. I was always like the Mike Matarazzo lunatic, Branch Warren, right? Ronnie Coleman, just wow. I always loved those guys. I mean, there were great like Samson is a great poser and so on and so forth. But that being said, I think it's good. My opinion is that if two guys are really neck and neck, and you don't know who they're going to go with, they're like, who is it? Then that 10% or whatever percentage they have in the posing round, that could actually decide who the winner is. Right. But I don't think it should be any more than that, because by the time you look at their quarter turns and all their 8 mandatory poses, you pretty much, got the guys down by that point. Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, and if you notice, like just even certain things, some people are great posers. Who would have thought Nick Walker would have had an amazing posing routine at the Olympia? Yeah,
absolutely. Well, listen, if that's what you do for a living and you're making that much money and he's, you're going to put all your time and effort, posing to some guys is very easy and posing for some guys is very difficult. And I don't mean the mandatories. I mean, when they have to showcase themselves and they have to do a posing. Like Samson is a great poser. He knows how to, pose. I mean, Cedric too was like that. He knew how to pose, how to show off his body. Some guys just don't have that. But if you just put some effort into it, maybe you could like kind of put something together that's a nice look, if you will.
Speaking of posers, I mean, in a good way.
Yeah.
Where's Sergio Oliva Jr.? I know he's in
Yeah.
Dubai.
I
He should have been at the Arnold.
That's yeah. I actually interviewed him, and he is looking to do the Arnold Brazil this year in 2023. And he's looking to do the Arnold Brazil, qualify, and get back on stage for Olympia. That is his plan. From what he told me, I interviewed him a couple of months back.
Okay, cool.
It's on this channel, by the way, guys. It's actually this first video on this channel, my interview with Sergio Oliva Jr. So please like, subscribe, and enjoy the content on Serious and Silliness Bodybuilding. While we're on that topic, Ian, why don't you give your YouTube channel plug?
My channel is Ian Haydek, so it's Ian IAN Haydek HEYDECKE.
There you go. And he has got great content. Do you have anything else before we get to the doozy of a story?
I know we got something funny coming up.
Oh, man.
It is NDO champ versus Roy Jones Jr.
It just blows me away. If you guys don't know who that is, I'll bring it up. Here you go. This is basically, everybody knows who Roy Jones Jr. is. NDO, whatever the hell his name is, NDO champ, is a NPC bodybuilder. Was an NPC bodybuilder. Now he's a social media
pro. He's IBB pro.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he won his pro card at last year's. I want to say last year's Arnold Amateur.
I did not know that. Okay, well, he is an IFBB pro bodybuilder, and for some reason, he thought it was a good idea to get into the ring with one of the most dangerous fighters that ever stepped foot in the ring ever. I hope they're paying him a lot of money, man. I really do. I really, really hope they're paying him a lot of money.
Let me tell you this. As we know, bodybuilding is one thing.
And boxing is another.
Boxing is another thing.
All right, let's see. Okay. TMZ Sports has learned 53-year-old Roy Jones Jr. will fight Robert Wilmot. I didn't even know his real name. In NDO champ, a social media star and IFBB bodybuilding professional on January 28th in Miami. I knew it was going to be in Florida because Roy's from Florida. Yep. And here, where is it? When is it going to be? January 28th. Oh, no.
That's Sunday.
What? Oh my God, he's going to get his. Oh God in heaven.
Right, sorry. That's Saturday. My bad. Saturday.
Endo champs is 38, stands 5'8", reportedly weighs about 230. When was born in Liberia, came to the U.S. as a kid to avoid civil war. He's absolutely massive. Competed in many bodybuilding competitions. Oh yeah, he turned pro in Arnold Classic 2019.
19, okay.
He also has some fighting experience and even sparred with Andre Berto. Okay. That being said, all right, just if you guys are young, all right, I'm going to pull this up quickly, okay? If you guys out there are young and you don't know who Roy Jones Jr. is, Roy, a lot of people, I was in the gym today, and a lot of the young guys, they don't know who it is, okay? Now, Roy Jones Jr. was the welterweight champion, unified the welterweight titles, moved up to middleweight, unified the middleweight titles, moved up to light heavyweight, unified the light heavyweight titles, and even moved up to heavyweight and won the WBA heavyweight championship title. Then went back down to light heavyweight, and that's when he actually had his first loss.
Yep.
This guy, in his prime, was one of the greatest fighters that ever lived. And as a matter of fact, and you can look this up, there were 2 times where he actually asked the referee to stop the fight because he was beating the other guy too bad. And one of them was Vinny Pazienza, and I forgot the other guy's name. There was another time where he held both his hands behind his back and knocked the guy out. And it was just, and he
was definitely a showman, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, absolutely. I will just quickly show you. These are quick highlights. I'm not going to spend much time on it. But I understand he's 53. I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get that he's 53 years old, right? But a 53-year-old Roy Jones Jr. is still beating anyone, pretty much.
Like you said, people have to forget that not only the skill that he had, I mean, yes, flashy, boxes because it's a solo sport,
Yeah.
you want that, you know?
Absolutely. But I mean,
But
he was, here's the thing. Here's the difference. You see, Roy Jones has been fighting since he's a child. I think he was like 8 or 10. Okay. And he's never stopped. And now you want to throw this bodybuilder in the ring with him. I don't know if anybody says he has a chance or not. I don't know what's going on, right? But you're talking about somebody who lives, breathes, and eats, boxing. It is a natural, it's second nature to him, right? And the only other way I could explain it is if you have a trade, let's say like you're an electrician and your prime tool is a pair of pliers, okay? You take a 60-year-old guy who's an electrician who's been doing it for 45 years. He could take those pliers, he may not do it as fast as he did when he was 40, but he could take those pliers, he knows exactly how to use it, knows exactly what to do, knows exactly how to splice the wires, knows exactly how to do it so he doesn't get electrocuted. It's like second nature. It's nothing to him. It's just an extension of his arm. Give those pliers to somebody who's never done electrical work in their life and see if they could do the same. It's impossible. And it's the same thing with boxing. The only problem is you can get really hurt with boxing.
yeah, you can really hurt.
Yeah, you can get seriously hurt in boxing. And I'm trying to find, I believe there was, was this, I think this is the guy where he looked at the ref and said, why don't you stop it? He's really beating him. I think this was the actual fight. He looks at the ref and says, how much else do you want me to do here? Right.
Right.
And then the ref goes, no, keep going. And he's like, all right, there it is. See right there. Yeah, this was a fight. He told the ref, how much more do you want me to beat this guy? And the ref's like, keep going. Anyway, that just gives you a highlight of who he's actually boxing. And I don't know if it's an exhibition. I don't know if it's 3 rounds. I have no idea.
I don't know, but I'm going to say this.
January 28th is not.
We're just going to say this to be nice. If NDO champ hits him, could it be a lucky punch or put him down, or not say, or anything can happen in boxing, which we've seen.
Yeah,
but a skilled boxer, could beat a brawler anytime.
Anytime, and it's not. We're not even talking about a skilled boxer. We're not even talking about the average top 10 guy today could beat NDO. We're talking about a guy who's been
elites.
Yeah. We're talking about the Ronnie Coleman or the Jay Cutler of middleweight boxing. I don't know. I'll give NDO champ this much. He is doing his thing. He is making his money, and he's doing it. He's striking while the iron's hot. I'll give him that much, right? Listen, I guess if you offered me a certain amount of money, I'd probably get in the ring with him too. But
might as well.
Yeah. We got anything else in the news?
Actually, yeah. So next week, if you're around, anybody in the jury, well, let's say this: if you're in the tri-state area, I know some people are going to come far and wide. Bev Francis is holding a NPC stage-ready workshop at their gym.
Really?
Next Saturday. So that's February. I believe that's February 4th.
Mm-hmm.
At
yes,
Bev Francis.
It is February 4th. Yes.
Yep. So from 1 to 4, 1 to 5. Go there. You're going to get Sean Carita. You're going to get Jay Cutler.
Really?
Yeah, Jay Cutler usually Jay Cutler is always there.
Mm-hmm.
Because Sean might do some of the body, Sean would do bodybuilding. Jay, Jay is I don't care what everybody says. Jay is still the ambassador of bodybuilding.
Absolutely, 100%.
I believe Miss O Figure is going to be there, and Bikini is going to be there.
Okay.
No, I don't know about Miss O Figure. I know who I know I met her before, but now I think Miss Bikini and a couple other divisions are going to be there. So everybody who's getting ready for a show or wants to think about doing a show, you might want to come to Bev Francis because you get to learn from the pros themselves.
Yeah, any young, right? Sorry, go ahead.
You don't know who's even going to show up. That's the best part.
Right.
Because there's pros there anyway who are just going to show up just because.
Yeah, they work out there. Yeah.
Work out there too.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm shocked. I'm actually a little surprised Clarita's going to do it because he's doing the Arnold Classic and he's got a newborn. I
think with that being said, I think he's just more like that. I know he was on the ticket itself because I saw the picture. Does that mean it could change? Hell yeah. Because as a matter of fact, I'll take a look right now as I'm talking to you, just to make sure that he's on, because I want to make sure we tell everybody correctly. Also, Carita and Jansen are having something at Signature.
I'd like to go that. I like to go to definitely. Let me know when that is. Going to
So
that
the
one.
week after,
I can.
February 11th.
All right, because I am going to go there and grab an interview from Matt Jensen.
Because I mean, I met Matt a few times just being there. All right, so I'll tell you who it is. So we got Karita, we got Jessica Dallas, I don't know, some bikini pro. Jay
Okay.
Cutler will be there. Yardish,
Who's that?
the wellness girl.
Oh yes. Okay. All right. Yes. Yeah. She's Hispanic, right?
Yeah, I hope I'm saying it right. Yarnish. Yeah.
I think. Yeah. I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
And Sadiq will be there too.
Sadiq. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I
So
mean,
those
that's a good idea to have Sadiq there because a lot of the young guys they like to do what is it?
is Sadiq.
The physique stuff. So that's definitely a good
So
idea
yeah,
for that.
so you got all the pros. So you got 212 Mr. O. You got a 4-time Mr. O. You got wellness. You got bikini. So but you're gonna get a little bit of everybody.
Yeah, definitely. Young guys and young girls that want to learn how to pose, go there. You're going to learn from the best, and not even then is Steve Weinberger and Bev Francis. They're great people, and they pretty much run the NPC. Steve's always the head judge at major bodybuilding shows.
Trust me, you want to be nice to Steve. Steve can
he can make you or break you, bro.
especially at his gym, you're like, okay, all right, I'm gonna pose. You might pose in front of him too now, so don't be shy now, folks.
That's right. We've seen
Just
that happen
because
too.
Jay and Sean might be busy, Steve might be there, but like, let me see what you got.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
Steve's a very intimidating guy, but he's really cool to talk to.
And he's gonna give you straightforward. So you can't,
there's definitely no chase on this. He'd be like, yo, let me see what you got.
if you are a
you need to work
sensitive
on this.
dude or a sensitive chick and you can't handle critique, don't go to him because he's going to tell you, you got this wrong, you got that wrong, you got this wrong, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this. He's going to tell you straight out, and he doesn't sugarcoat anything.
No, he's because I remember when he told Victor Martinez not to do the one show when he came back from when Victor had his little sitting with ice.
What do you mean?
Remember when Victor won the Arnold Brazil?
Yeah.
And the visa issue?
Oh, was the Arnold Brazil or was it whatever? It doesn't matter. Yes. Yeah, of course. But he was in prison for because his visa was expired. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Steve was like, I saw one of the things. Steve was like, yeah, Vic, you look good, but you're not ready yet.
That's right. I remember that. That's right. That was actually in Generation Iron.
Right.
That's right. When he told him not yet. Yeah, you're 100% right. Yes. He told the great Victor Martinez, you need more time.
Yeah. So if you think he's going to tell a pro, Arnold Classic champion winner and all of that, who should have been Mr. O over Jay.
Absolutely.
Guess what? He's going to tell you even straight up like that.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
But I do want to plug something.
Go ahead, man.
So I've told you this and you thought I'm crazy for doing this.
Yeah.
So I am doing the polar bear plunge down at Seaside Heights where the Jersey Shore fist pump and everything is at. I am doing it on February 25th.
Oh, I gotta contribute. That's right. I forgot about that. Go ahead. I apologize. Go ahead.
That's okay. So we start. It starts at technically we have the register at 9:00, but if you're already registered, do your thing already. We approach to the beach at 12:45 and we plunge at 1.
Wow. What day is this? The 26th?
25th. So it's going to be on
25th.
Saturday.
That's a Saturday.
I can't tell you what the temperatures are going to be. As long as it doesn't rain, we're good.
Yeah. Listen, if I'm off that Saturday, I'll be there because I want to see you do this because I actually don't believe you're doing it. I got to see it to believe it.
Let me just say this right now. So far, I've raised over almost $350 already.
Okay, good. Well, I'm going to contribute as soon as we get off the phone. I totally forgot.
So I want to put this out there like, hey, this is a charity event. I like doing stuff like this. This is for Special Olympics of New Jersey. And besides that, I'm trying to do the next one. They have one of their other events they're having. They're actually doing a fire truck pull.
Wow, really?
I've done it before for Special Olympics. It is a fun event. Now some of them, of course, they're different. But if it's what I think it is, it's an 80,000-pound fire truck, fully equipped. Bone stock is 50,000 pounds, but when they put the water tank and all everything else. Like, when you fill everything up, it's about 80,000. And I did, my team and I, we did it with 8 people under 15 seconds.
Wow. Oh, you had 8 people pulling it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were doing it, you animal.
No. Because because they don't want, it's not the world's strongest man.
Right. They don't want anybody getting hurt. Right.
Yeah. So they're like, we got liability issues. We don't want nothing happening.
Right.
No, but so I'm going to do some charity stuff this year. But yes, I'm doing that. So I'm plugged in right now. So, John, I will give you the info for where they could donate at, because I mean it's a long line of what I want to say. But
send it over to me. I know you sent it yesterday. I want to see if I still have it. If I still have it, where are you? Then I will just donate. Yes, I still have it. There we go. Okay, so I'll make sure I donate. And
so guys, if you see it, go ahead, John.
If I'm off from work, I'm there. I'm telling you.
I gotta be there super early, so I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
I can't wait. So like I said, got my confirmation, so they got me already in, and I have my page. So when you first do it, I know people are like, yeah, right, you're crazy for doing it. I'm like, no, I'm dead serious. Like, I've done it before. The one I did was for Camp Hope for special needs students.
Mm-hmm.
I helped them go to, a camp because, a lot of parents these days, during that time, but, especially if you ever done with special needs, anybody with special needs, it can be tough.
Sure.
Especially if they're wheelchair bound or whatever their disability is.
Right.
So when we did that the first time, we did it Lake Apacong. You know how Lake Apacong is.
Sure.
They cut out a chunk of ice out of the lake so we could jump in.
Listen, I'm all about charity. I ain't doing that, man. I'll just donate some money. All right, brother. Listen, thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate it. Ian Hedek on YouTube. Go over.
Yes, sir.
Great content, and like and subscribe to mine, Serious and Silliness Bodybuilding. We got more to come. And Ian, thank you very much, brother.
Thank you, man. Hey, like I said, we can't wait to do this some more for you guys. So it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Thank you.
All right.
All right, later, bro.
Later.